bill to allow adults in South Carolina to carry loaded handguns with no permit or training make it to the governor's desk this year. That's the big question right now at the State House concerning the permitless carry or constitutional carry bill that both the House and the Senate have now passed. State House reporter Mary Green explains why differences in what lawmakers approved could put the bill's future in question.
Last year, the House passed the permitless carry gun bill. Earlier this month, the Senate passed that same bill, but with some significant changes. That now sets up a potential showdown between the two chambers over what this legislation will look like in the future.
After deliberation with the caucus, we decided this was the best bet to get this policy push across.
On Tuesday, the House voted to reject the changes the Senate made to the permitless carry bill and revert it back to what they passed last year. Under that, the bill would get rid of existing training and permitting requirements people must complete to carry handguns. Guns would still be banned in the same places they're currently not allowed, including schools, churches, and courthouses, and people could still obtain a concealed weapons permit if they wanted. The Senate's version also included that. But senators amended the bill when they passed it earlier this month to offer optional free training twice monthly in every county and to enact tougher penalties for people who don't have a permit and are caught carrying a gun where it's prohibited. Here's what Senate Majority Leader Shane Massey said after his chamber approved the bill.
That provision was essential to getting enough votes out of the Senate to pass.
House Republicans said they also took issue with a Senate change that would allow state lawmakers to carry guns in places where the general public can't.
We're of the mindset where, what's good for our constituents is good for us. We're not a protected class, we're servant leaders, and so why do we get special privileges to protect ourselves when our constituents are not?
Both versions of this bill also include tougher penalties for people who illegally possess guns, like people with stolen guns. Governor Henry McMaster has been calling on the legislature to pass these penalty enhancements for over a year. When the House announced it would reject the Senate's changes instead of agreeing with them and sending the bill to the governor, McMaster said in a statement that he and the public are losing confidence.
I think it was a bit premature to arrive at that conclusion on this bill. There's more work to be done. I'm hopeful and optimistic that we'll get it there.
Now the bill heads back to the Senate and could be on the road to the two chambers trying to work out a compromise on this legislation. But if they can't figure one out, a stalemate between them could jeopardize whether this bill actually gets to the governor's desk this year. Reporting from the State House, I'm Mary Green.
Now, if the bill does not get to the governor's desk by the time lawmakers leave Columbia in the summer, the legislation dies for the year, and the process has to start all over again next year.